evening, my friends and my lecturer, Mr. Adi Mursalin. It is my pleasure to meet you again. And first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Andre Geovani. My student number is B1024151001. And my major is marketing. I must take OB in this semester because it is the requirement to pass the 5th semester. And based on my numbers presentation, I get the type A questions. This type A questions consists of 4 part of questions, which are part A, B, C, and D. In this golden opportunity, I would like to answer the type A questions of OB final short-term exam. Please listen to my answer and give comments of all of my answer by giving the opinion and the score. Well, let me start now. Part A. Number 1. What department do you take? Why should you study organizational behavior? How important is OB for the students of marketing, finance, and HRM? Explain and give example. As I stated before, I take the role marketing, and I take marketing concentration. Most of the thing that we study is about people, consists of their behavior in organization or their behavior when purchase a product for our customer. OB is important for other concentrations such as finance and HRM as well. In HRM, study of OB can help the manager to solve the conflict that may happen during the work. And for the finance itself, studying OB can be help manager to communicate well with the employee, so the employee can do best performance in the production process. Then it can give a good effect to the financial statement. Number 2. What books are used in the OB lecture? And mention their title, their author, their page, their contents, and their benefit to you as a student and as a manager. There are one book that I use in learning OB in class, which is Organizational Behavior, 15th edition by Stephen P. Robbins and Timothy Judge, 711 pages. And its content consists of 18 chapters, which explain about introduction of organizational behavior in general until the detail one. The content of the chapter is the chapter 1 about what is organizational behavior, chapter 2 diversity in organization, chapter 3 attitudes and satisfaction, chapter 4 emotion and moods, chapter 5 personality and values, chapter 6 perception and individual decision making, chapter 7 motivation concept, chapter 8 motivation from concept to application, and chapter 9 foundation of group behavior, chapter 10 understanding work teams, chapter 11 communication, chapter 12 leadership, chapter 13 power and politics, chapter 14 conflict and negotiation, chapter 15 foundation of organizational structure, chapter 16 organizational culture, and chapter 17 human resource policies and practice. Chapter 18 is for organizational change and stress management. For students, this book is very useful to understand OB. For manager, this book is used to help the manager solve the problem in a company and by finding the best solution, because this book provides with the case study that can happen during the work hour. Number 3. How many times are you absent from attending the OB lecture and why? Okay, I absent once from the OB class because I have to take a rest from the long time project, 14 days of summer school held by Faculty of Economy and Business Untan. And yeah, that's the only reason I took a break for one time class. Number 4. Please compare the 3 books posted on OB groups on FB or on WA. You must compare the pages, content, the design, and the benefit. Well, there are 3 ebooks that posted on FB and WA group that are organizational behavior 15th edition by Stephen P. Robin and Timothy A. Judge, titled Organizational Behavior, new edition by V.G. Kondalkar, Fundamental Organization Behavior, 3rd Canadian edition by Stephen P. Robin and Nancy Langton. If I compare the three kind of book, I choose the best one is Organizational Behavior, 15th edition by Stephen P. Robin and Timothy A. Judge. Why? Because the content is very complete. There are 18 chapters, and I can understand organizational behavior by reading the chapter one by one. And the design of the book is really colorful and very interesting to learn. And then when I compare with the other, the content of the book itself is provided with the case study that we are a manager and we learn from this. This book provided the case study where we can learn how to solve a problem. Question number 5. Mention the topics presented by your friend after midterm exam test, and what do the topic tell you, and explain the benefits. Well, there are at least 10 chapters that we learned after the midterm exam. First one is chapter 10, titled Understanding Work Team by Susie and Alifa. They present their presentation very good, and I as audience can take the understanding about that in a company we should work as a team. And the chapter 11 is Communication by Salvatore and Faradiba Soraya. They present the topic very interesting, because when you're doing a teamwork you need a communication, and yeah, that I can understand from them. And the 12th chapter is Leadership by Aziz and Gadis. They present the topic very interesting, because when you are working in a team there must be someone become a leader, and leader could handle everything in a team and should be fair and good. And then the 13th chapter is Power and Politics by Winda and Puger. They explain it very clear, even though I'm coming, but I know from my friend, I heard from my friend that they present the topic very well, and we can understand about the power and politics in a company. And then the 14th chapter is Conflict and Negotiation by Stella and Winnie. Yeah, kindly with the Puger and Winda explanation, I cannot hear it directly, but I heard from my friend that their presentation is outstanding. They deliver the conflict and negotiation, where the manager in a company should be able to overcome the conflict with negotiation. And then the 15th chapter is Foundation of Organizational Structure by Kevin Alay and Kevin Cristanto. They are talking about the foundation of organization, how organization could occur or could become big. It's need a foundation as a start point. And then the 16th chapter is Organizational Culture by Devi and Teguh. Devi and Teguh here explain about how a company could stand for a long time with the same ethic or the same culture. They build culture since they are born. That is why the organization could stand with the same culture until the end of the day. And then the 17th chapter is Human Resource Policies and Practices by Nanda and Putri. They talk about the human resource policies, where human resource policies can help in the practice in the company. It can help the manager to determine what should they do to the employee that is doing something bad or wrong. And then the 18th chapter is Organizational Change and Stress Management by Exxon and Elisa. What they do here, they explain about the organizational behavior or culture could be changed. People can change, and stress management, how you overcome the stress point of your own things, or you are the manager, overcome the stress of other people, which is your employee. And the next chapter and the last one is ABC Analysis by Yulia and Yahya. They deliver the one of the most famous thing in OB, that the ABC analysis ascendant behavior and consequences, they could use this kind of method to overcome the problem that happened during the work hour. Question number 6. How do you find your OB lecture in the short-term semester? How many chapters have been discussed, and what benefit have you got from studying the chapters in OB, and how you can apply the OB to your department you've taken? Well, to be honest, OB class in the short semester has a very tight and hard task. No offense, but we have 7 subjects which is require a seriousness as well. Yet we have other activities. Like me, I have to organize some event held by the Faculty of Economic Business summer school. And yeah, I know this is one of the obligation if I take the third semester, but this is very tight. Even though it's hard and tight, but it's okay since I can learn something from this class. And there are 19 chapters that have been discussed. I could understand about OB, how to be a good manager in the future, and I can implement OB in my department by study again about people behavior, including their behavior in organizational or their behavior when purchase product in society, then about complaint about their demand and etc. Well, let's come to the part B. The question is, what is the ABC behavior? How is the ABC behavior applied in your study in university and in your life at home? And how does the manager apply the ABC of behavior to his employee? Well, antecedent behavior consequence, ABC behavior, means that the A1 refers to the ascendance or the event or activity that immediately precedes a problem behavior. And then the B stands for the observed behavior, and C stands for the consequence, and or the event that immediately follows a response. And it used to organize information over several observation sessions by recording the types of behavior observed and the event that precede and follow the behavior, and to understand why people behave in certain way. Help manager to define the factor of consequence for employee. And so if the company doing good or bad performance, manager can decide the consequence for the employee. For student itself, it have benefits with is, for example, I can be able to determine behavior of my lecturer or my other friends. What is ABC analysis? What is it important? And explain the history of ABC analysis. ABC analysis is analysis to organize information over several observation sessions by recording the types of behaviors observed and the events that precede and follow the behavior, and to understand why people behave in a certain way. ABC behavior is also important because it can help to understand and modify behavior, help to analyze and predict the behavior as well. The third question is stress good or bad to you? How do you manage your stress? There are 2 types of stress, which are good and bad stress. Stress can be good when it can motivate you become a better person and you learn from the previous failure. And from that stress, you can learn a mistake and be better than before. Stress can be bad also for you if it is make you stuck and change your behavior, become a worse person and broke your life. When I'm stressed, I handle that condition by traveling and do something fun. Question number 4. What is organizational culture? Why does it matter to you and manager in a company? Organizational culture is an identify that organization contains of a lot of value implemented by the organization in daily life, and it is also important for manager to pay attention toward the organizational culture because manager have responsibility to control the environment of the company. One of the factors that can influence the good environment of the company is the culture. Good culture can influence the performance of the company, so that's why it's matter to me and managers. There are 4 types of consumer. Mention and explain them. How do the 4 type of customer behave when they buy something, and how do you sell something to them? What type of consumer are you according to the 4 of types that you say? Well, the first type of customer is the director. Director is the person that is generally associated with demanding people. And then the analytical, these people usually have professions that require accuracy and analysis. And then the relator personality type has a strong need to feel part of a group. And then the socializer, they are love to talk and love to make new friends. And when they buy something, what do? The director are generally not into small talk. They want the fact in order to make a decision as quick as possible. And it's different with the analytical. Analytical person conduct a research and analyze all the possibilities before making a decision. And the relator love to build a network with the person they know. It's different with the socializer, which they want to make a relationship with any people who work in the store. And how to deal with them? With director, you should eliminate such a small talk and as many as possible. Give them fact and data so they can have a reason why they should purchase this. And for the analytical, give them that facts and data. Do not make a statement unless you have backed it up with information. If the product has detailed labeling, give it to them. And to deal with a relator, it is the easiest to sell something to someone. Just simply ask them, what is your opinion about this product? Do you need to carry it? And for socializer, always remember the first thing they want is not the product, but you should sell yourself and be kind to them, so they will buy your product, and they won't care about your product if you are not good to them. And based on that fourth type of consumer, I am mostly become the analytical one. Question number 6. How can I become a morning person? I feel it is a key to success. This sentence means to me like, don't be late. Try as hard as possible. If it's hard to you, just be morning person. Just wake up early and catch more experience than any other person. It's become that if you want to success, you need more information to make you success. And if you want to get more information to get you success, come earlier and get more than someone else. That's simple. And the 7th question is, how do you manage conflict happening among your employees at work? I think you should ask them to negotiate and tell the problem, then looking for the solution together if possible. This is what the chapter of the conflict and negotiation used. You should be able to manage people to do negotiation so that the problem can be solved in a good way and a good decision. And the 8th question is, what is ABC model of behavior? Mention and explain the component of ABC model of behavior. How do you apply the ABC model of behavior as a student in university, a child in a family, and an employee at workplace, and a manager in company? I already answered this question before, but okay. What the ABC model behavior is something like you concerned about the things that happen and the consequences during the things that happen, and you can use this kind of method to analyze what should you do during your personal life or university life or when you work in a company. We are going to answer the part C. The task is us looking for videos in YouTube and about seven chapters. And the first videos that I found is about the organizational culture. How can it affect the business that run, whether it's new business or it is already fame business. And in this the speaker are Joel Peterson. He speak about his own company when he's starting a new venture, and it is as easy to get consumed with the task in making this a reality, but without giving careful thought to how interact with others, particularly on a team. A founder may be setting a culture without knowing it. When you want to set the organization culture, make sure that all your employees have the same page with you. and he said that he will do the development of a corporate culture and new business venture. The second video is by Channel TED, published on May 4th, 2010. Simon Sinek, as the speaker, talk or present a simple but powerful model of how leader could inspire their employee or their people to do action, and starting with a golden circle and the question why his example include Apple, Martin Luther King, and the Wright brothers as the counterpoint TiVo, which until a recent card victory that tripled its stock price. The speaker itself used the amazing example to deliver the point to his speak. And the third video is from Channel TEDx Talks. The speaker is Thomas Kosakowski. He talked about a new research to work with people in conflict. Tom currently serves as the Associate Director of the Office of Ombuds Service at UCLA. And the fourth video is from China Stanford Graduate School of Business. The speaker is Margaret Neal. She said that negotiation is problem solving. The goal is not to regret a deal, the goal is to get a good deal. 4 steps to achieve a successful negotiation. Assess, prepare, act, package. Women increase the chance of success when a proposal is framed in a term of benefit to your counterparts. She offered again the 3 questions to prepare women to enter this negotiation. Why are you asking? How are you asking? And for whom you are asking. And the 5th video is from China Skirmish Strategies. The speaker talk about that he get caught up thinking that he want to treat everyone the way they want to be treated, but it just doesn't work out in the way in a business. You want to motivate people, and you should not have a feeling that they will motivate you back. But not everyone is motivated by you. That is the consequence. That is the things that you should be considered. Then this causes a lot of conflicts in business if you don't understand why someone isn't motivated by you. And there are ultimately 4 different emotional motivation types, and all of us have a little bit of each and everyone. And the 6th videos, I think it's not from the lecturer or expert, but it's from someone who judged the lecture. There are 4 types of lecturers that he speak. He said in his channel Witherboy Vlogs that there are 4 types of lecturer: broadcast, unprepared, irrelevant, example generator, and not so nice lecture. And the 7th one is from channel Tom Wennick. He said that there are 2 kinds of customers in this world. Funny thing is, every customer is a bit bipolar, flips between 1 and 2 models of shopping depending on the product category. So it's the consumer buying something based on the product category. And if you want to get everything you get out of everything you have, and you must determine which type of customer you want to attract with your marketing. That's the things that the speaker want to deliver to you. Alright, welcome to the last part, which is part D. And in this part I will answer 4 questions given by the lecturer. The first one is how many videos that you have watched on AB group, on FB and WhatsApp, and what the title and what the content. Is it beneficial to you? Okay, there are a lot of videos. I think it's more than 200. I don't count it one by one, but yeah, I only watch some of them to answer the question given in the final exam. Some of them are useful because I could use that video to answer the midterm and the final test. And the second question is about how many articles are posted on FB group and WhatsApp, and what do they talk about? How many articles have you read? What lesson can you get from the article? Yes, some of articles are related to OB and some are not, but mostly the article is very useful to me. Yeah, like the first one, maybe there are many videos and articles. I only took some of them to answer the question given in final exam, and the other one is useful too for me to more like personal information. And the third question is, how many questions did you see on FB OB group on WhatsApp? Have you voice recorded or answer? Yes, I do recorded my answer, and there are more than maybe 40 after the exam. The questions I already answered, and I already voice record my answer and send it to the WhatsApp. And what are the results of your personality test given in WA, and describe your personality? Well, my personality, the first one is I'm an introvert, and I don't deal with a lot of people. And the other personality test that I take is resulted in my entrepreneur. And the fourth question is, open the link and answer the question and describe my result. The answer to the question is about my result on the link personality is, I am a mix of personalities, but more on the types A side than B. I am more competitive person than a real person, but it's good just to sit back and listen to the music everyone's in a while. I tend to get things done easily, but I procrastinate very easily too. This is a somewhat normal personality to obtain and become in habit of. Relationship issues that I might have will probably be jealousy or irritation. It's natural human instinct to drive toward a goal, but it's also a nice feeling to just be plain lazy. But for me, if I am lazy, it might blow up in my face, so I can more on the move than laid back. That is the result. Well, my friends, that's all my answer. I hope that you can understand my answer and can benefit you. Thank you very much for your attention, and watching my video. I'm very happy if you can give comments to my answer. Thank you. Goodbye.
I'm so hard.